Hi and welcome to Vintage Doll Collector. I'm here at the 2019 Spring Doll and Bear Show put on by Collins Gifts at the Holiday Inn in Dedham, Massachusetts. A pair of sweet antique Bilo babies with a handmade cloth clown doll. This doll and painting are both by Rochester, New York artist Diane Dingle. Here's a wonderful Parian man doll. Here in Dorothy McGonagall's booth, we see on the left a beautiful German character doll, K*R 114, in a big 24-inch size. On the right is a poured wax doll, Pierotti type, with inset hair. Here's a few more lovely old wax dolls. The one in the center was made with a slit down the center of the head for the hair to be inserted. Most of the wax dolls were made in England. She has some wonderful French bisque dolls as well. The big doll in red is a Steiner, and the one next to her is a Steiner as well. What a beautiful face. Carol Black has a lovely selection of antique all bisque dolls. Here's a closer look. This painted-eyed Ginny doll by Vogue is very sweet. She has a little stiff poodle with her. This big girl is a 1907 jumeau. The doll in the blue dress is a Kestner 260. I love the face on this Limoges doll. This German doll is a Handwork 79. Check out this little dollhouse. In parts of Europe, the houses were built like this, with the stable for the animals right underneath. This is a Jutta doll, spelled J-U-T-T-A. Most of the antique dolls here at the show are beautifully dressed. I love that rose pink outfit with the wide lace on the skirt. More gorgeous girls. An interesting grouping of vintage dolls. I love the cloth chef doll. The girl next to him is a German doll with carved wooden head and a cloth body. Here's a Gobel Googly with a composition body. A Parian with highbrow hairstyle. Next to her is a Biedermeier type china. She has a bald head under her wig. Check out this tiny dollhouse-sized china. Here's a clumpy type golfer. These humorous character dolls were made in Spain. He's got a pretty Tony doll on either side of him. The little gentleman was made by French doll artist Bernard Ravka. The little sleepyhead is an Effanbee babyette. Some little stiff animals with their friend Paddington Bear. And there's Smokey the Bear. There are all kinds of dolls here at the show, from antique to modern. There's a Madame Alexander Christmas angel. Some beautiful bears. I see a cute rabbit hiding in the middle there. Lots of stiff items here. Gary and Dominic have these wonderful characters. The big roly-poly in the middle is a Schoenhut. The other two are mystery dolls. They have wooden hands and feet like Queen Anne dolls. They have a fantastic selection of vintage Barbie and Ken dolls too. This number 4 dressed in resort set is in perfect condition. She even has the rare charm bracelet. Midge and Alan are here too. So awesome to see all these wonderful dolls in one place. And Skipper and Scooter in their original boxes. Some of the dealers get very creative with their displays. A couple of lovely mid-century dolls, a Madame Alexander Alice in Wonderland, and the other one looks like a Mary Hoyer doll. Some modern Betty Boop dolls. This is a 10.5-inch all bisque Cupid. Isn't he fabulous? This is a show and hut bungalow cottage. Very cool. I love the little dollhouse boy too. Here's Charlie Chaplin by R. John Wright. A beautiful group of vintage Raggedy Anns. Ann Tardy has this Gerber baby doll. Usually they're big dolls. I've never seen such a small one. Look at that, Barbie's McDonald's uniform. The first job I ever had was working at McDonald's. I'm not nostalgic for it. Here's a Vogue Jill doll in her record hop skirt with a couple of extra outfits. I love this little Shari Lewis doll in the middle here. She was made by Madame Alexander in 1959. Kathy Tornikoski has these lovely China head ladies. A couple of great antique cloth dolls. The one on the left is an Alabama baby, and on the right is a Martha Chase doll. Here's a better look at them. This Scottish felt doll is interesting. Some sweet 1960s dolls. The chubby toddlers are by Madame Alexander. The smaller girl on the left is a Pepper doll by Ideal. I don't know who the baby is. Anybody recognize him? The Dion quintuplets. Can't have a real dog where you live? These Gund puppies are adorable. Some unusual character dolls. I believe these fashion dolls are American Models by Robert Tonner. Look at these Darling Babies by Heidi Ott. This one is a Heidi Ott doll also. Beautiful bride dolls. And bride and groom pairs. This set is by Jerry. These are precious moments. This green elf doll is by artist Faith Wick. Most of her dolls were mass-produced by Effanbee, Silvestri, and other companies, but this is one of her original creations. It's almost Easter, so there are a lot of rabbits here at the show. Here's a case full of miniature and dollhouse dolls. Check out Elvis Presley. Remember Cabbage Patch Kids? They were a huge fad back in the 90s. Sue Johnson has a good variety of lace, ribbons, and trims for making doll clothes. Vintage handkerchiefs are great for dressing a small doll. Collins Gifts has some cute Easter items in their booth. These lop-eared bunnies are by Candy Taylor. The two big bunnies here are by Raggedy Junction. And check out the sweet little ducky with the rabbit ears. Oh my gosh, is that adorable. He's by Lauren Decatur. More rabbits. Oh, and look at that big bear. This bulldog is by Cindy McGuire. The blue teddies are Danny bears from Germany. This pig reminds me of Wilbur from Charlotte's Web. This one-of-a-kind doll is by Nancy Latham from a series of Alice in Wonderland themed dolls she made. Pat Bleacher has some lovely vintage dolls. This is a Babyland rag doll from the early 20th century. Some old handmade Raggedy's. This doll made by Pat is Mother Nature. And here's a lovely little Easter display. This little girl is a one-of-a-kind by Jane Bradbury. Check out this really early Pooh and Piglet. Piglet's in kind of rough shape. Pooh still has his original tag under his shirt. It says he was made by Agnes Brush. Here's the $6 Million Man in his bionic transport and repair station. Never seen that before. Tony's got some stiff animals to hang out with. This is an American character, Betsy McCall, from the 1950s. She has a sweet face. There's another Betsy McCall in the black dress, and a composition Shirley Temple doll on the right. The doll in the middle is a reproduction Hure fashion. The repro French fashions are becoming very popular among collectors who sew for their dolls. In the back there are a group of tiny Betsy McCalls. They were also made by American character. That pretty black doll is by Connie Walzer Derrick. And here's an Ideal Thumbelina. And Uncle Wiggily. This is a vinyl Shirley Temple from the 1950s in her original box. The naked doll next to her is Ideal's Tuesday Tailor. There's Sissy. And Tony. Today must be Betsy McCall Day. There's another one in the middle with the rickrack on her dress. There's a Sasha doll behind her. Several more Alexander dolls. And a Jean doll, too. There's more to see here than I have time for, unfortunately. Some modern play dolls. And that looks like a beauty parlor chair. Very cool. A lovely group of mostly antique dolls. See that little black cat doll in the front? I love the blonde china head, too. The Boy in Brown is by R. John Wright. These new dolls are called Dolls of Beautiful Shades, created to promote diversity and to teach children of color to embrace their beautiful skin tone and hair texture. The dolls are dressed to represent different cultures. You can see the little boy doll has an African graphic on his t-shirt. The girls here represent Jamaica and the Dominican Republic. And these two are Haiti and Barbados. The Facebook page is just called Beautiful Shades. I'll also put a link to their website in the description box. These are mostly Madame Alexander dolls from the International series. The antique doll is an Armand Marseille 971. Love that bear on the left. Here are some old and new Alexanders and Ginny dolls with Easter accessories. And even a troll. What do you think of this rabbit? Cool or scary? I think that might be a Fulper doll, not positive. Some pretty German girls. This is a Kestner 152 with an unusual celluloid rattle. I don't know who this one is, no name on the tag. A mystery doll. Sweet face, though. Barbies in boxes. This is Patsiette in Storyland. More Alexander Internationals. Here are some vintage Alexander dolls. The one in the middle is Polly. She's in beautiful condition. All the fashion dolls are here, needing a little TLC. Vintage Barbie and Friends. The Captain and Tennille by Mego. And a box of Dawn dolls. More vintage treasures here. That's a vinyl Scoodles doll. I like that Scottish boy. I think he's by Pedigree. Pinocchio picture puzzles. There's always stuff here for toy collectors, too. Linda Edward has these great Effanbee Mickeys. They were made with a number of different head molds, with hats that matched their outfits. Some lovely antique ladies. Check out this fabulous old 1930s doll in her original box, Sally Jane. Petite was a trade name used by American Character. She still has her original warranty from Sears and Roebuck. Paratex was a type of hard rubber they advertised as being superior to composition. Just wonderful. A couple of nice chinas. Can you see the doll on the left has brown eyes? Those are much harder to find than blue. You need a little sophisticate. I always love to see things in their original packages. Here's some early cloth dolls. I believe the black doll is a Bruckner. I absolutely love these paper maches. Some nice half dolls here, and all bisques. Dollhouse miniatures. Look at all these doll hats. And purses too. These all bisque dolls are from the 1920s. It sounds trite, but there really is something for every doll collector at a show. This is Lulu's Reborn nursery. She starts with a kit from Bountiful Baby, hand paints them, weights them with glass beads and polyfill, then she hand roots the hair and eyelashes. Each doll has about 30 layers of paint. As I was standing here filming, I heard a little girl say, "They look like real babies." A darling little mignonette. More nice antiques. Here's a big composition baby. I love her dress made from a sugar sack. Antique dollhouse lady. This bear even has his own doll. Look at this sweet, sweet baby in a little metal doll bed. This Simon Halbig 1078 is a key-wound walker. How cool is that? Next to her is a Simon & Halbig 1250. This is Tori Beth Radwick's booth. She has some beautiful and unusual dolls. I wish I had time to tell you who each one is. The baby is a K-Star R128. Some wonderful old clothes. Painted eye googlies. They look like Hoibachs. If I ever misidentify something or give incorrect info in a video, please feel free to correct me in the comments. I won't take offense. This little hand-carved wooden doll was a UFDC souvenir. A celluloid shoulder head. And the little doll in the blue and white is a Polly Heckevelder. More beautiful bears. And a lovely antique couple. This Repro Miss Columbia is another UFDC souvenir doll. That sparkly guy looks like he might be a candy container. Okay, here's the grumpiest doll in the show. A trio of primitive clothespin dolls. Wonderful miniature dolls and accessories. That's a Sasha Gregor. More lovely little tinies. This is the UFDC booth. These 3 dolls are by New Hampshire artist Gail Wilson. Some more of the great souvenirs you can get at UFDC events. You can also buy extra dolls on the website, ufdc.org. Here are some more great dolls of color. These are bag lady dolls. Their skirts will hold your plastic grocery bags. These beaded dolls are courtship dolls made by members of the Ndebele tribe in southern Africa. I love this cloth doll. This dealer has a number of doll houses and dollhouse dolls. The houses are all fully furnished. Check out this red and white kitchen set. Some beautiful Cisettes here and other Alexander dolls. These are Little Women. These 2 porcelain cuties are Emmy and Boo by Michelle and Company. This set of 4 Little Women dolls by Alexander was made from the Tiny Betty mold. Sweet. Well, that's it for the Spring Doll and Bear Show. I did pick up a couple of things, which I'll show you in the next video. If you want to be notified when I have new videos posted, click on the subscribe button and the little bell icon. See you next time.